What's up, Make Pop Music? It's Austin here from Austin Hall Audio and Visual and Make Pop Music, and I'm back with another tutorial today. So I wanted to kind of go over how to use MIDI automation and how to learn MIDI automation in your programs, because to me this is a huge way to kind of speed up your workflow. This is going to use all of those knobs and faders that you probably see on your MIDI controllers that you've never actually used or operated, or when you try to use or operate them, you don't really know what they're even going to. So today we're going to create some custom MIDI maps. I'm going to show you how to use those and how to speed up your workflow. But before we hop into that video, there is one quick announcement that I wanted to make. If you're not part of the Make Pop Music group, you definitely won't know this. If you are, you might already know this, but just bear with me. We are running a toplining competition in the Make Pop group, which means I've provided an instrumental and you have the ability to basically write your lyrics and your melody on it and submit that for the competition. The winner gets a ton of prizes. If you want to go check out the actual competition, just come to our Make Pop Music group and you'll see it. It's like the pinned post at the top. Basically, it's just a top line competition where we're going to take entries from everybody, and then the winner will get the rights to the song and they'll get to release it, and I'll mix and master the final version. So basically you get the song, and then you'll also win everything that we've ever done, like all of the products for Make Pop Music, and then you'll also get a $100 Sweetwater gift card. So we are running that right now on the group, so definitely come check it out and join if you're interested in hopping into a competition. But I just wanted to make a quick announcement so I could spread the love, spread the word on here, and if you want to do it, definitely come visit. But without further ado, let's just actually hop into this video and let's get started on some MIDI automation. Okay, now we're ready to actually hop into the DAW, but before we do, there's a couple things that I want to show you. So we actually have some MIDI controls right here. So we've got these faders and we've got these little, pan knobs, pan pots, whatever you want to call them. And then, we've got the pitch wheel over here off screen and the mod wheel. Those are standard on almost everything. So we're really going to be focusing on these actual faders and these knobs because a lot of MIDI controllers have those and not a lot of people are actually utilizing those. So let's go ahead and open up Serum. And you can do this in so many others. I'm just going to do Serum because it's really easy to follow and we can just kind of pull up a MIDI map and show you what we're doing. So let's hop in. We're just going to keep the stock sound for now. That's totally fine. Let me just completely initialize this. Okay, let's start actually playing around. What you can do, and you might know this if you have any of our presets or anything, is like you can set up macros right here on this corner. And so let's go ahead and kind of assign this macro to this cutoff filter, right? And then we can call this cutoff. So you can see that as you do this knob up and down, I'm doing it with my mouse right now, it'll go up and down. But what you can do is you can right click, hit MIDI learn, and I'm actually going to assign this to my first knob right here. So on my keyboard, it is E1. So now E1 controls that completely. So I can just play it. I'll do that with my macros first. Typically I'll do like a reverb one, a cutoff one. Let's drag this all the way down. And then we'll call this reverb. So now if we've got, but let's go ahead and let's MIDI learn this. So this is going to be my second knob. So now we've got, so there we go. Now we've got CC1 and CC2. And I'm basically just using them to control these. They'll call them macros. It's basically just like your assigned little cheats. And then what I'll also do is sometimes I will control like the wavetable position. Let's actually select one that's got some stepped wavetables. There we go. So let's just select another one. The digital one have some cool stuff here and there. Cool. So now we'll call this wavetable position, and then I'm going to go ahead and MIDI learn this to my control 3. So now, so there we go. So now we've got 3 done. I'm going to use these top 4 right here for my MIDI CCs, and then we'll do the bottom 4 for something else, and then we'll actually move on to the faders. And then what I'll typically do for something like this is I'll do some let's detune some stuff, and then I'll do something like a sync to where now, and we'll call this sync. And then of course right click, MIDI learn, I'll do knob number 4. Okay, so now we've done the first 4 top knobs, so you're kind of getting it. I don't want to keep doing all of those because you can kind of set them up to whatever you want. But let's go ahead and let's move on to the faders. So I'll have the master fader right here be the volume. So I just right click, MIDI learn. Now it's CC7 and I've just got it for this. So now let's go ahead and let's MIDI learn the attack. So we'll, you know, it's got a MIDI learn, so we'll just whatever. And then that's going to be right here. So now I can just. So as you can see, every knob and every little fader on here is completely adjustable. And then what you can do is if you get something that you actually really like, you can go to menu and then you can hit save MIDI map. And then you can just call this npm tutorial MIDI map. And then if you ever, you know, open up a new instance of Serum, what you can do is you can actually just go in and you can hit load MIDI map, npm tutorial MIDI map. Bada boom, all of this stuff will be the same. So the macros won't actually be assigned, but your knobs will still be assigned to whatever that macro ends up going to. So macro 1, 2, 3, and 4 are up here. Then I've got other controls in these, and then other controls in these actual faders. So that's what I'll do. I'll normally just like kind of find the MIDI map that I want for that project based on, you know, does it need the filters to open and close? Does it need the volume to open and close? Does it need any panning automation? Yada, yada, yada. And then what I'll do is I'll make a MIDI map, save the MIDI map for that project. And then no matter what synth I'm using or no matter where I am in Serum, I can kind of control the same kind of stuff. So that's what I like to do. That's just a really quick way. Definitely spend, you know, a couple minutes here and there going into all of your different synth programs and making your own custom MIDI map, because these knobs right here and these little faders, they're super useful and you pay for them on your MIDI keyboard. So I feel like you should know how to use them. So yeah, definitely just go into your program, assign whatever you need to for your MIDI maps, for your MIDI knobs, and then yeah, you can just go through and fully customize everything that you would want to in terms of just automation and writing it all with your hands. To me, you know, twisting this knob right here is just much more enjoyable than trying to find where it is on the mouse, and everything gets kind of like stale feeling. You can really use like the touch, and it just creates a lot more human element to your automation instead of just, you know, drawing in straight lines with your mouse. But yeah, to me, that's a big tool. Definitely just use that MIDI automation to just kind of spice your stuff up. As you can see, the MIDI automation is super customizable. Creating those MIDI maps and saving them for maybe different instances or different types of synths or just different projects could be a huge time saver, especially when you're doing things like the filter, the envelopes, you know, you've got your volume control, you've got your width controls, panning, all kinds of cool stuff that you can do. This is not limited to just Serum. Serum just makes it the easiest to kind of see. You can normally do these in almost any soft synth and even sometimes in like your actual inserts. So some will do them, some won't, but you know, if you ever see anything that says like learn CC or learn MIDI automation or MIDI CC, basically just right click that and then operate your knob, and that will assign that function to your knob or to your fader or to whatever little parameter you give it. So definitely utilize this in your mixes, utilize this in your productions, because it's a really nice way to be hands-on and not have to open up the automation lane and just kind of write everything in and do it one by one. It's so much quicker, it's more fun, it's got that kind of console-like feel. So I really prefer to do this. I enjoy it, and hopefully this helped. If you like this video, definitely feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. We really appreciate it. It helps us out a ton. And if you want to check out more of our stuff, you can come to our website where we have our blog posts, we have products, courses, we have tutorials, we have MIDI packs, sample packs, all kinds of cool stuff. And then lastly, you know, always come join the group. We'd love to see you in there, and we're hosting that competition right now. That competition will end March 22nd. So if you're seeing this before March 22nd, it is not too late. Definitely come enter, but I will see you guys next time. Let us know what you want to see. Much love for now. Peace out, make pop music.